Hey, oh, what are you doing there? Why are you looking at me like that? Kind of gotta get, it's a mess in here and I gotta get things cleaned up. You're still there. Okay, fine, I'll give you the story, but just this one time, come on. Why don't you have a seat over here and I'll go over here and I'll tell you all about it. Tell you all about why I started reselling on eBay. Okay, well, since you're here, I guess we might as well do it, and I'll share the story with you, but I'll share it once, and once only. Why am I in reselling? Why am I making videos? Why am I doing this? And that's exactly it, why. Everybody needs to have a why. If you don't have a why, you're walking through life like a zombie. What is the purpose of doing things if you don't know your why? First thing I want to do is try to teach people that you need a why. There's a book. What's your why? There's a TED Talk. What's your why? Watch that, read it, but you need to have your why. You don't actually have to read it or watch it, but I want you to all have your why. I want to be able to teach people about success, how to be great every day, or at least in their own way. I want people to be able to be successful. I want to be financially free. I want people to have habits and goals and that are making their life more positively. Now, that something happens overnight? No. But as a person that feels that we are put on this earth to help each other, I want to help you. And what better way to share with you why I'm reselling? So, and I'll tell you a little bit about myself. Now, obviously, you know, I was doing some work in here in we call it the eBay cage, which is a quarter of my garage that I've kind of turned into a eBay room. And this was this was progressive. It started from little by little, and all of a sudden now I got a full-fledged eBay store. Who would have thought after watching Gary Vee, this is where I'd be, with my kids too. My kids are a huge part of the eBay store. They help out. They, back before the pandemic, they used to go to garage sales, but I don't take them out anymore right now just because I don't want them getting sick. It would feel terrible as a father if they got COVID because of me. So they don't do any sourcing right now with me at all. They do help out in other ways in my house or in the eBay store, or we call it the eBay cage. And we call it the eBay cage because it reminds us of the cage they have at Costco where you go to pick up, most of the time it's expensive electronics. Anyhow, a tour about the eBay cage will be done in a different time, but let's share you who I am and why I do this. So I'm in my 40s, married, 4 children. I coach soccer. I coach everything they do as I can, and I actually sell insurance too. I do business insurance as well as life insurance, some individual health insurance, and business health insurance. And that was when I started to realize and got some education from a, I guess, colleague of mine that shared a book with me, and that book turned my life around in regards to success and what I believe success to be. I always thought that you couldn't do things, or, you know, I don't know how I'm going to get there, or I don't know how to be successful. And that was one thing it taught me, is how to be successful. And it's not so much the success I want to have, it's the drive I have now to teach others that being successful is a habit that you create. It's habits that you get rid of. It's habits that you change. You know, I don't necessarily believe that you get rid of habits. I think that you replace habits. As simple as scheduling your day, as simple as waking up early, as simple as changing your priorities. One of the biggest things that I want to show people is that you can be successful. And that's why eBay store was created. It's not so much for me being successful, although it does help in regards to bringing more income to my house. But I'm also doing it because I enjoy the hunt for treasure. But I also wanted to show people that it's something that you can do, and you can help get out of the rut financially that you are in. Now, it takes a lot of discipline. I think one of the toughest disciplines for me was not spending all the money I've made and, you know, using it to pay for bills instead of going out and buying more treasures. It's one of the toughest things that I had to do. And still working on that too, by the way. So the reason I'm doing this is for my why, again, to teach people that you can become more successful. Now, you know, people say, I can't do this, I can't do that. It's like, especially earning more money. There are so many ways to earn more money nowadays than there ever was. And just by going to garage sales or thrift stores or, you know, even Target and Walmart nowadays, you can make money just by flipping this stuff. Flipping things is fun for me. And it's something I want to teach people to do. Amongst that, I also used to manage a huge, I used to manage a store, a huge cellular phone company. I used to manage a couple employees, and our store was, you know, one of the best in California, and that came down on my customer service, I believe, and me teaching my salespeople. So I do have the ability to teach. I have the ability to make people successful, and I love doing that. I enjoy doing that. And I think one of the things that are real lacking that I see in regards to eBay or people selling on eBay and having YouTube is sharing their customer service. How do you make good customer service? One of the things I'm proud of in regards to eBay right now is that within 1 year of being on eBay, we have over 500 positive feedback, I should say. One neutral, but that's okay. And the neutral was, I'm not going to get into neutral. It was what it was. And I don't know, to be honest with you, I could have had a couple negative, but the way I had to handle my customer service, they didn't give me a negative. They still give me a positive. And I want to teach that customer service I have to you. And it's something that becomes really useful in life too. There's so much that I want to teach people out there that are less fortunate right now and are trying to find ways to make more money, especially right now with, you know, COVID taking jobs away. This is your chance to have fun treasure hunting, getting your family involved like I did, and becoming more successful financially. And you got to be in this world to be the best that you can be. What are you going through life to be just mediocre? You know, I don't see the purpose of that. Now, is it easy to change your habits or replace your habits? No. But it's for those people that want to be hungry. Now, there's a time and place for everything. You know, if you're an addict, and you go to rehab, it's not going to change you. You got to want to do the change. And the same thing with becoming successful. You can't expect to make money just because you want to. I'm sorry, let me rephrase that. You can't expect to just make money because you're doing the job that brings you that money. You got to want to make the change. You got to want to be hungry. You got to want to do the steps that's going to get you there. You know, I have a nephew of mine that's changing his habits and, you know, finding out that he wants to be more responsible, change his habits, be more successful. And I gave him a book to read. And that book, it's not going to change him. It's not going to do anything for him unless he implements some of the things that it teaches him. And I will share some of the things that that book teaches me. By the way, that book that I did, and I'm not going to share it right now, but I'll share it some other time. That book that I did read, it doubled my income after I implemented some of the habits that it talked about. Anyhow, I want to give people another resource to become more successful. Anybody that, you know, there's so many people in the United States that live paycheck to paycheck and don't put that money away. And that's one habit that needs to be changed. Is let's get tired of living off credit cards and living off the government, and let's start doing something for ourselves and be more positive and influencing other people. Now with social media, you can be an influencer. I'm doing this as on YouTube, and I don't even know how well it's going to do, but I want to influence anybody that I can. And do I want to influence one person? Yeah, but I want to influence way more than one person. You know, there's always that cliche that people say that, oh, if I help one person, that's, you know, what I've done is enough. No, I don't want to help one person. I want to help many people get out of their funk. Whether it be addiction, whether it be, you know, just living paycheck to paycheck. We've got to stop this. You know, we're one of the wealthiest countries in the world, but 80% of the U.S. population still live paycheck to paycheck. And a lot of that, and a lot, we have a high percentage of people on welfare that is generational. It passes on. And it's because what we get taught, you know, a lot of it just stems from what we get taught from our parents. But the great thing now is we have YouTube. YouTube is a way to, we can learn things. And it's #1 resource used to educate people on how to fix things, on how to stuff. And this is one how-to. So I'm going to share a lot of information on our page, on my YouTube channel. I'm going to share, you know, on how to be successful, how to put money away, how to do good customer service, how to pack things, you know, what things to buy. Things like that matter. That's my whole realm. It's not just so much the fact of reselling, but how to become successful with using reselling as a tool. And there are other ways. Insurance is another way you can become successful if you have the opportunity to get a license. It is very, there's a need for insurance people all the time, and I'm very surprised that some people are never in it, because it's really good returns for the amount of time you put into it. The harder you work, the more money you make in insurance, 100% for the most part, as long as you're doing the right work. And now I got off tangent. So you came to my eBay cage, you saw me working, I appreciate you coming, and I'm going to use this video from now on to everybody to reference. So this is why I do it. I do it for you out there, I do it for the people, I do it for my family, I do it to show my kids that you don't have to get stuck, that doesn't matter how old you are, you can work, you can create things, you can make money, you can be responsible with money. It's something that I want my kids to learn to do, is, you know, to be self-sufficient financially. And if they want to run a business, they know that they've gotten started with here, that they're going to learn things here that they're going to use in the real world. With that being said, there's going to be a lot more I'm going to share with you. So I appreciate you watching. And if you want to go on this journey, if you want to become successful, you want to create new habits or replace your old habits, you know, we would appreciate if you like and subscribe. You don't need to, but it'll help us out. It'll help us help you more. Okay, the more people that can subscribe, the more people that can push the like button, it's going to give me more opportunity to have more time to create this. Because obviously I have other jobs to do. I have another job. I got to put more effort to that. Once, you know, YouTube starts giving me some money, I can put more effort to this. And I want to share. I do eventually want to be there where YouTube is as another source of income for me. That has provided me the time to give you guys more information to help you become the most successful person that you can be. And that's my motto for this channel, is I want you to be the most successful that you can be. And it's going to be different for everybody. Okay, so don't go out there. Don't you compare yourself to me. Don't you compare yourself to Kobe Bryant, LeBron James. Go out there and compare yourself to you, because you are the only person that can be the most successful that you can be. Okay, the one thing you're going to do wrong is compare yourself to other people. Oh, they're selling this more. I did it. I've done it. You know, oh, they're doing better at this. They're making more money right now than me. Doesn't matter. Worry about yourself. The rest will come. Worry about what you're doing. The rest will come. Worry about your daily habits. The rest will come. Just do what you need to do. I appreciate you guys all watching. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching this channel. I'm glad you got to watch it, because it's going to be going on every one of my videos at the bottom, linked up. That way you know that I'm passionate about doing this and helping anybody out there that wants to be helped. So, anyhow, I'm Curtis, the middleman reseller. Go out there and be the most successful that you can be. I'll see you later.